Right, time to fight another battle that technically the Tokugawa were on the losing side of. It's actually rather amazing how many defeats the Tokugawa ended up taking despite being the overall winners of the Sengoku period. Oh, this is not the final battle of the age. It's not even the final battle that Tadakatsu participates in during his time as a warrior, though he certainly retired by the time Yukimura made his final stand. You do realize there are a good deal of other lords that haven't bowed down to you yet, right? Sure, Ieyasu is the biggest threat, but he's not the last one that Hideyoshi would have to deal with.
戦は数のみに手いたすものではござらん。気をつかみ、力を尽くすこと。これもまた戦の要なり。
Well, that's easy to say when you can take down over 700 people without breaking a sweat. And I know I have a good deal of experience being outnumbered. Still, for the most part, fighting against a larger army is tough, especially when the other side's leaders know what they're doing. Go ahead and try to take the fields then, my lord. The center fort seems to be closest to our position. Once we control that, we should be better able to control the flow of battle.
小牧を得れば優位に立てましょう。忠勝稲は小牧を攻めよ。
Well, it certainly feels like you have some troops in this castle, even if they aren't anything all that worthy of being concerned about. Though maybe I just got a little cocky after how easily the other Tadakatsu missions have gone so far. At the very least, Nagiyoshi seems to be holding us off better than many of the other foes we've faced so far in this campaign. And that does it. All the enemies in the castle are dead before the rest of the enemy can get here. Now to cut down the forces they sent to reinforce this place. Well, at the very least, this mission looks like it's going to be a good deal more busy than the rest of this campaign. Well, I'm sure we'll deal with these guys before the next enemy assault will become a problem. Huh. Could have sworn they'd send their attack from the west, not the east. That's what I get for assuming that the troops we see are the only ones out here.
我らは小牧を守る。殿、お待たせしました。
ここより先は行かせん。
奇襲だけじゃ奇襲にはならんか。
So, sending attacks down multiple paths instead of concentrating your forces. I suppose you can get away with that since you have much larger army. Still, your men can't afford to fight against Tadakatsu for long, so you're just spreading your own pain around. We don't have to be in two places at once. We just have to flow from one group of enemies to another.
Wata-san!
敵を信勝殿に近づけてはいかん。ここを通るのは拙者を倒してからにしてもらおう。敵を
Please tell me we didn't just fail to keep them out of the castle simply because Tadakatsu isn't the fastest runner. Either way, it's probably going to take a while for the game to register if we failed that objective or not, since we've got so many notifications between us and that one.
敵将討ち取ったり
That is just such a disgusting reason for us to fail an objective when we're clearly taking the enemy back with ease.
攻撃するつもりかさせん
Well, I'm afraid our lord is going to have to wait a bit since we need to deal with the people heading for the main camp right now.
遅れは取らぬ
If you want to do your duty, then do more fighting so Tadakatsu doesn't have to carry this entire army on his back.
私も遅れは取りません。お見事でございます。
Right, now to deal with the guys heading for Ieyasu. Definitely getting the sense I should have given Tadakatsu a horse for this mission.
敵将討ち取ったり
我らもこの機に乗ずるのだ。
敵将討ち取ったり
私も遅れは取りません。
Again? Why is it that the morale meter doesn't seem to give a damn that we've been doing a good job for the most part when it comes to preventing the enemy from making any actual progress?
ならば我らが力秀吉がまだこの焼き付けるな遅れを取るな半蔵承知
A little late in the campaign for us to get another green-colored objective, but it shouldn't be too difficult to pull off.
我々も続いていくぞ
Well, unless that item is going to suddenly make Ieyasu Shogun ahead of schedule, I don't think it's worth thinking about.
我々も続いていくぞ
That's my plan at the moment, my lord, and we should be able to counterattack now that he's out of officers to throw at us.
生薬の匂い足元に穴を張るか秀吉
Once again, we have to worry about landmines. Just did a quick search to see how anachronistic that is, but apparently China started playing around with the idea back in the 9th century. They didn't come up with a way for them to be set off by someone stepping over them until around the 17th century. But I honestly wasn't expecting landmines to be a thing until around the time of the American Civil War. The fact that the only anachronism here is that they're triggered by somebody stepping on them is actually rather surprising to me. Well, I guess it's time for us to humiliate Magoichi yet again.
これも仕事だ。悪いな。
Oh, no need to apologize. After all, you're the one who's gonna lose.
さて俺の出番かね。
So it looks like we're gonna have to deal with Keiji as well.
あんたにいなくてよかったね。
貴様の目では皆は見抜けまい。
やれやれ。俺じゃ娘さんには不足ってことじゃない。俺の本当の腕を見てたら。
That's the direction we're taking the trash talk? You want to flirt with a girl so you try convincing the father to let you? Magoichi, couldn't you have made it something like, you want to make up for the fact that the last time the pair of you clashed, you got your ass handed to you in a hurry? Or is that last time it was purely business and now you're fighting for a friend? Come on, give me some more character moments here. Right, seems we've got to go all the way back to the main camp now. I should probably start fast forwarding at this point since there doesn't seem to be too much left in this mission. We're essentially just cleaning up what's left of an already broken force at this point. Not that the morale meter wants to register that the enemy has taken quite a pounding this far into the battle. Well, that makes one of us. Considering the limits of what the first Samurai Warriors is capable of, I've essentially given up on the idea of coming across worthy opponents. They need to further refine the combat system for this genre of game before we run into anything especially interesting in terms of combat. We're at the main camp and doing everything we can to stop the enemy from doing any real damage. We don't need the warning message that there are enemies nearby. And with that, Hideyoshi is the last named foe we have to deal with. Assuming there aren't other officers mixed into the regular troops. Again, this was a rather one-sided battle in our favor, even if the characters in it acted like it wasn't quite that one-sided. And of course, Hideyoshi himself doesn't seem to be reacting to the fact that we're inside his camp and slaughtering his troops until we get into range for him to personally see us. Really wish that the characters on both sides were a little more reactive based on what the player was actually doing in that particular moment, instead of just waiting for the next trigger to set them off on pre-designated tasks. I understand why that's not the case, especially for a PlayStation 2 game. I just felt I needed to get that particular gripe with this genre out there. Hey, if you don't think we'd kick this much ass, then you should have paid more attention. And where the hell do you get off saying too late for us, when you're the one who's out of officers and fighting in the middle of your own bloody camp? this battle and with it, this campaign. Just one more to go before we're done with the expansion of the first Samurai Warriors. Wait, we're allowed to kill Magoichi, but not Hideyoshi? Don't tell me Hideyoshi is gonna take over despite the fact that we just definitively kicked his ass in the final mission.
ただ勝利のみ
長久手に本田忠勝ありと
Well, Hideyoshi certainly seems calm, considering how much of an unstoppable force we've been.
アホかあの男止められるわけはねえわならもっと他に
Okay,
手
that's
は
actually
ある
rather
さ
smart. Too bad we won't see what that something else you might have thought of could be.
日本第一古今独歩の勇士なりか
I'm sorry to say that feels like a less impressive version of Yukimura's ending cutscene. And now I feel guilty for skipping over
この世
Nobunaga's
から戦
altogether.
乱は果てるの
Eh.
愚問人の世が続く限り戦が絶えることはござらんされど
Well, that's certainly cynical, but there's certainly plenty of evidence to support
人
it.
しかおらんなそういう殿ゆえ忠勝はここにござる
Well, it's not like you ever had a moment where you
その
wondered if
清の
you should
武士
serve someone else
そ
instead,
れをしの武士と
Tadakatsu.
いうものか